Yo, what's up, guys? It's Rich here today, and today I'm going to be showcasing my gas converted Razor Pocket Mod. So this thing used to have a small engine, and a small electric motor that only took it about 15 miles an hour. Had a battery mount on the top here. In that little storage compartment, it had a battery mount, and I basically had to strip all that out, and I had to flip the engine over because the engine would only take it this way, like that. So I had to flip the engine over. I actually welded an engine mount to the frame of the original scooter so I could bolt my engine in, like one, two, three bolts to keep the engine in here. And then I went ahead and just bought all my parts. So I got a sprocket that would fit the size of the actual little axle. And if you can see in there, I actually welded these two together. Those are little spacers. I welded them together, welded them to the axle, and then I bolted the axle onto the sprocket. And by the way, this is a 56 tooth sprocket, 35 chain, and I have a centrifugal clutch that also holds 35 chain, and it's an 11 tooth. So for the brake setup, I actually had to strip the brakes because this part right here, well, I had an accident when I was going pretty fast. The brakes just went ahead and gave out on me, and they locked up the rear tire, and I fell pretty bad. So after that, it was time to just take the brakes out. And after that, I had the problem of the tire was shaking way too much. So what I did for that was I put 3 spacers on the other side right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 spacers actually. Put 4 spacers so the engine could stay in place. The engine is actually pretty lined up with the tire. Just a little bit of curvature that way, but it's nothing too much. And another thing that I ran into is this little chain tensioner right here, which used to be on that side. So when I moved it to this side and I tensioned the chain, I found that it was actually working much better, because without the chain tensioner, it would just keep popping off the sprocket and it would be hitting against the little frame here. So I went ahead and just tried to put a chain tensioner on it, and yeah, that's pretty much the bike. I mean, it runs about 35 miles an hour. I have not removed the governor out of the engine yet. I am planning to do that, but I just need to learn how to ride this bike first. On dirt, like I am right now, I'm at a pretty nice bayou. Just, it's pretty nice out here. It actually likes to spin the tires a lot. I don't know if you could see my tracks all the way down here, but I just spun tire all the way over here. And yeah, this is a Predator 212cc engine. It's pretty nice. I have crashed this thing a couple times. The bottom bolt that holds the little starting thing, I had to remove that because whenever I crashed it, the bolt on the inside would actually start hitting the cooling, I guess, the fan right there. And yeah, that's my Razor EV converted, or my gas converted Razor EV Vespa. And yeah, I'm also going to include the clip of me hitting 35 miles an hour right here.
Let's see dude. Right. Nope, that's not him. Oh shit. He's coming. Zoom out.